example 1 says to find the gear ratio of a system having a driven gear with 64 teeth and a driving gear with 16 teeth. Gear ratio is the ratio of the driven gear to the driving gear. You can write it in fractional form, or you can write it in driven colon driving. I personally prefer the fractional form, but a lot of people write them in the first to second, so first number colon second number way. So if we take a look at example 1, it tells us the driven gear has 64 teeth. Okay, so our gear ratio here, if I put driven on top, and a driving gear with 16 teeth, that put down on the bottom, that reduces to 4/1. If you don't see right away that it reduces by 16, you can go by 2, by 2, by 2, by 2 each time. So sometimes it depends on your own ability with arithmetic, but half of 64 is 32, half of 16 is 8. Half of 32 is 16, half of 8 is 4. Half of 16 is 8, half of 4 is 2, half of 8 is 4, half of 2 is 1. So you can kind of step it down like that, or if you see the big number that goes into both, you can by all means do that. Take your pick. You always want ratios down to the lowest terms, though. You want to get down to that. So the other thing about ratios is you do want two numbers in the ratio. So 4/1 is the same as the number 4, but with a gear ratio, we want 4/1. So we can write it, the gear ratio is equal to 4/1, or you can say 4:1. You can also say 4:1. Any one of those three ways is the proper way to write a ratio. I'll take any one of those three. But again, make sure the 1 is in there if you write it in fraction form. Sometimes we get used to writing a fraction as with that 1 on the bottom as an integer. You do want the 1 in there for the ratio.